Good evening, welcome back to Rookie Season. I'm Andy the Rookie. Stephen Lloyd is here as usual. Good week, busy week.
Great week. It's a landmark episode 15, right?
It is, yeah. Is it a landmark? 15? I think 25.
For us, I mean,
yeah.
I've never stuck at anything past like 2 weeks, so this is kind of good going.
Speaking of which, how's the diet going?
You bastard.
Yeah.
It's been it's been going. It's been going. I've done a couple of workouts. I've kind of stuck with last year a little bit. I've been working out, but eating habits haven't changed dramatically.
I had a bit of broccoli the other day.
Okay,
we're doing all right. So we're doing good.
Well, you are vegan, so you know that makes up about 80% of the diet.
Yeah. That a bit of grass at the weekend.
Stick them lemons on that barbecue there, mate.
Right. Hockey. Anything that springs to mind straight away? There's a few things I've got down from this week.
Sure.
Yeah. Have you seen the Olympic ring yet?
I have.
The hole in it.
Yeah.
First of all, there's like
the hole in it.
Yeah.
So I've not seen that.
They were doing a test match. I don't know if it was a proper match. It was just basically a load of skaters on the ice, and they had to stop and because there was a hole in the ice, and there's just some old like Italian guy coming on with a fucking watering can, filling it in. Like, "You good now? Good now? See?" Like, it just looks so fucking like
you missed a perfect opportunity for a Tony Soprano type actor.
No, but
he's not from Jersey.
No, he's a proper Italian. Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Actual Italians will get so pissed off with
that.
Like, Italian, yeah. Oh, gabagool. What you fucking talking about?
So there's a hole in the ice.
There's a hole in the ice, but this is on the back of as well. I don't know if it's the delay with getting the thing actually finished. Yeah. Like, it's just shaping up to be a complete disaster.
Show. Yeah.
And like, surely you win the bid for the Winter Olympics years in advance, and I'm guessing have they built? I don't think they've built this stadium purposely, have they? Surely it's just it's just a repurposed arena, isn't it?
Been repurposing it for a while.
I just can't see how has it got this many issues already.
Well, if you had this on the bill years in advance, sure, you know it's such a huge, I mean, maybe the biggest, the Olympics, right? Maybe the biggest event in sports.
I mean, in terms of prestige,
you can make that argument.
Like maybe not viewership, but like I know what you mean. The big as in like.
I mean, it goes back from
thousands of years.
It's probably the oldest.
It is. Definitely.
Tournament, I guess you would call it. You'd think having that on the bill, they would have kind of looked at these problems beforehand.
Specifically with the ice hockey as well, because it's the first time because the past two Olympics, there's been no NHL players there. This is the first time in like over a decade. Obviously, they must have, which is the true Olympic thing, I suppose, where it's meant to be just amateurs. But I think they've realised, people want to see people want to see the All-Stars and that. But you think, okay, we need to do this right. The NHL players are coming back, but
I think this could just be another case of just hockey getting overshadowed by other things. Kind of. I don't want to. I've not seen it. I don't want to hate too much. I've not really done my own research into it, but it's drawing ever closer, isn't it? Now?
Yeah. Well, with the Winter Olympics as well, I can't sit here and say I've ever really watched it. What would be the main event then? So if you take the normal Olympics, it's like the 100 meters, isn't it? So maybe you could argue, some other sports might get overshadowed, but I'd imagine the hockey final. I reckon that's probably the most watched television-wise. I can't think what other event, like curling, downhill skiing, to snowboarding. Yeah. There'll be different disciplines of that, like half pipe and then the downhill ones. And
I mean, hockey you would think would be the one at the forefront, wouldn't you? But it's not being treated that way.
No, there's that mad one, isn't there, where it's like a cross-country ski with a fucking gun on the back, and then they stop and like they do the skeet shooting, and then they cross-country. Yeah.
That doesn't even sound real.
Mate, it's mental. I think it's real. Now I'm wondering, have I just made that up? Is this a dream?
You have told me about some pretty fucking mad dreams that you've had recently. So
hockey-related dreams as well. I need a break. Anything?
Nothing. Just I'm sure you're probably going to terror me about the Canucks. That's not in your notes.
It's not in my notes. No, I've kind of I keep an eye on the results, but like it's just become so. every day now I'll check, I'll just go, oh, lost again. Okay. No, I'll just move on.
It's sort of like that fucking meme, isn't it? Where is it Ralph Wiggum, where he's like, stop, he's already dead.
yeah.
Just the Canucks on the floor.
So are the Canucks bottom of the pack again now?
Yeah, we are dead last because the Jets decided to beat the Devils.
They did, yeah. They've won twice this week, haven't they? Yeah, that's crazy. That was a long skid, though, wasn't it? It was something mad, like 12.
And that is one of the skids at this point where I can't see them coming back from that.
No.
If it had been earlier on in the season, Buffalo showed that they could do it.
Especially they're in the West, I assume. The Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Because the East, with the East, you could argue because it's so tight. The East is so tight. Like any team, really, even outside of that, even outside the wild card places, they've got a shot at getting in still. Yeah. Like we're only halfway through, and I think I don't know off the top of my head, but I think the difference between the top wild card spot and bottom of the division, it's not a mad amount of points.
Sorry, which division's that?
It just the East in general.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the whole East as a whole.
Yeah, so
I don't know the actual
division. Super tight. I've seen the Met. Just in terms of the Canucks, like I was watching our general manager. He did like a 4 or 5 minute interview. I think it was like yesterday or something like that. And basically, he's admitted now that they are in the middle of a rebuild.
Right.
Yeah, which is what we kind of did.
I mean, what is that? Is this becoming like a yearly thing where?
No, so
he sees how the season's panning out. If they're doing well, we're going for the players to shit. If they're doing shit, it's a rebuild, isn't it? It's a rebuild.
They've refused to kind of use that term for some reason. They've decided to go with the term retooling, which is basically, getting some players out and then just focusing on bringing more younger players in and just focusing on playing younger players. Yeah,
it sounds like we used to have an office job. So do you know when they just use some bullshit fucking corporate lingo? I can't even think of an example, but
I know what you're talking about.
We're retooling, Jan. We're retooling. We're hoping to, bring more synergy. And
this is by far the worst Canucks team I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really get worse, can it?
No, it's the only kind of other comments that I've seen have been people. It was a little bit before my time, but it was like Mark Messier and York. So I think that was back in like the 90s. They said that was the worst team, but since I've been watching, this is the worst fucking team. And we do have really good players. It's just quite reminiscent of United almost.
Right.
Where the board is just like almost rotten to the core.
I think so. It's difficult to compare football in this sense because, United, what's been United's worst finish since Fergie left?
Been last season, right?
Like 9th, 10th, something like that. Or...
They finished 16th.
Of course they did. Yeah, literally 2 places above the rest. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. But it's never been they've never really been in danger of relegation as much as I'd fucking love to see it. I suppose they just don't have that.
Does it fucking matter at this point though? If your team's just hot ass,
it doesn't matter, does it? Yeah. If you win, if you finish, in the NHL, if you finish 27, fucking wow, you might as well finish 30.
I mean, I'll tell you something. With the DAZN subscribership is £25 a month, something like that. The last 2 Canucks games, I haven't fucking watched.
Yeah,
because I didn't want to put myself through it.
No,
we're on a 6-game skid. We lost to Detroit 4-1, I think, and then I was tempted to watch Toronto this morning, the game against Toronto, and we lost fucking 5.
Did you 5-0? Yeah, I was going to watch that as well. Fun enough, I hovered over and I'm not really got the time.
Because they're struggling, but there's levels of being shit, and unfortunately, we're bottom of the fucking pile.
The shittest of the shit.
Which is going to be interesting, seeing as we're getting Max on, not next episode, the one after.
Max is the commentator from the Manchester Storm, who is a Canucks fan as well. So it's going to be interesting to see a third party's take on it. But where do you go? Can it get worse?
It can.
You've seen that,
we need something like that. Now, who was it again?
Mick McCarthy.
Oh, mate, you need to add that in.
I fucking love Mick McCarthy. Yeah.
I don't know how much worse it could get at this point. Fuck it, just bomb. We'll
go
high in the trade.
Yeah.
In the draft, sorry.
Yeah.
And then we'll see how retooling looks.
Retooling. Fucking hell. Should we get on to the game anyway?
Let's do it.
No, before we go on to the game, there was something I wanted to ask you. We've not done a lesson for a bit. What is this plus minus rating? And how do they work it out? Because I keep seeing like every game they'll say, "Oh yeah, these players are in the top 10 and the plus minus."
It'd be points,
ranking.
won't it? From
but it wasn't just total points. It was how is that worked out?
Do you mean like what would draw you negative points?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like penalty minutes, things like
okay.
Things like that.
So it is literally as simple as the points you earn minus points for stuff like that.
How good you are on the ice.
I thought it was one of those like mad stats. Do you know, like you get XG in footy, like expected goals. It's worked out. There's some big long algorithm about how many goals most teams score from this position, and then how many this particular player. I don't know. No one really knows. But like, I thought it was something like that. But that will sound quite simple.
Like the thing is, you're asking me this. I can give you like a really short, simplified answer.
Yeah, please do.
If it's going to be like, Sean, if you're listening, if you would like to school Andy on, maybe he could give you like a little bit more of a detailed kind of paragraph.
If it is as simple as that, I get it. But that brings us on to the game. They were Avalanche versus the Blue Jackets, Blue Jackets versus the Avalanche. This is what made me ask, because I think out of the top 11 of the plus minus rankings, the Avalanche have about 7 or 8 players in there. It's ridiculous how like solid they look. Final score 4-0, wasn't it? 4-0. They weren't as exciting as Dallas when we watched them. I know it's hard to like judge off one game, but they looked better, if that makes any sense. Every single one of their players looked like a fucking top 10 player in the league.
Yeah, so
it was they didn't seem to have a weak spot.
Yeah, there was nothing.
Dallas were kind of a bit what's the word? Like a bit gung-ho a bit.
I think you're trying to say, so if you're watching like that Dallas game, there was some spectacular plays.
Yeah.
Whereas if you watch Colorado, every player is doing their job. Yeah. And it's basically just grinding out the opponent.
Yeah. I'm not saying they were boring to watch by any means.
I understand.
And like
there were a lot more you don't want to use the word safe, but they were just very
efficient.
There you go. They looked like they were playing on easy mode.
Like there's been a few games this year where I've noticed one player stand out, and they've just been like, most reminiscent of that was Connor McDavid. Like, I looked at him and I thought, okay. This was quite early on as well. I'd only been watching it a few weeks. And I thought, okay, that's like, you can see clearly when he gets the puck and he's fucking weaving in and out of the ice, that's like, he's a level above. And I think Nathan McKinnon obviously is there or thereabouts. But then a few others as well, just look, they're not far behind him. So like, I can't see realistically how someone is going to stop that team, especially over like a series of 7. This is where the old argument when I said, would a one-off game be more exciting, be more dramatic? You could probably make the argument maybe on a good day, if they're on a bad day, you could nick a win. Over 7, how? How is this team going to...
The only teams that could really cause them any kind of issues would be Dallas or Minnesota.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, the way that they're going to finish, I think they're only going to end up playing the one of those teams, aren't they? Realistically.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're going to end up playing them in the first round.
If they both went to the semi-finals of the West, then it'd be Dallas versus Minnesota, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then Colorado would probably get the lesser seeded team that had gone through.
Would they get one of the wild cards?
If they went through
as the top rank?
Yeah.
So it should be a fucking piece of piss. That first round anyway, but. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know.
I was thinking about this earlier, really. So it's kind of like, how can I word this? So we had a conversation like a couple of episodes ago about who you may end up supporting.
Yeah. Can I just say?
Go on.
I'm kind of about 95% there. I'm not going to say any more than that. I'm not going to reveal anything. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much 95%.
All right.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Yeah. It might be soon. I might really soon. Yeah.
Is there anything you can tell me off air?
If you want, I can tell you off air. If you want the big reveal.
Why don't you tell them?
no, I'm just playing it cool for now. Yeah. I'll do the big reveal next week then. I'll say that. Right. I say 95%. If I'm fucking 95%, it's not going to go down now, is it?
Viewership levels are going to skyrocket for next week now, Andy. No, I was thinking like, because we had this conversation about could I realistically support a team that, my first season in watching it, and can I really then support the winner for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
It might feel like glory hunting. When you see a team as special as the Avalanche this season,
I get the attraction.
No one could ever point a finger at you and say, "Oh my God, you're chasing glory" or anything like that. I really don't think. Fuck you! There we go again. Try and get him out your head now, mate.
Yeah. I can't make my wife's going fucking mad at me because I do it all the time. Like anything she says, she says anything. You can't do that. I can't.
No, well, talk to me. Why can you make that argument then if you supported
the fact that they are the best team, and all of a sudden I'm supporting. This is going to be a stupid argument. I don't know why I'm saying it. I've got no connection with Colorado. I don't have a connection with anywhere. So I suppose that is a stupid argument. But what I think with the NHL particularly, like I've said before, the highs and lows are so inconsistent. You'll have this team who are flying high, and then all of a sudden don't get too caught up in the success because it won't last.
You just beat me to the punch though.
Yeah.
So isn't that a clear indicator of that you're not chasing success? Because Colorado, realistically, with the players that they've got, in 3 or 4 years' time, they're going to be in a phase where they're going to be fighting for the spot.
They're going to be older.
So it cycles, If you're a United fan, if you're a City fan, if you're new to the game as well. I mean, United back in the day, but let's say City.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone who jumps on the City bandwagon now, you know what they're doing.
Yeah, of course. This is my point. Like, I don't... This might be a controversial take, but we'll use United then, because obviously they are in a position now where they were the greatest team in the world, and now they're not. So you do have a lot of supporters who have nothing to do with Manchester. They decided to support United because they're the best team, even though they're like, I'm not even talking about foreign or international fans. I'm talking like guys from London who've got plenty of Premier League, Newcastle. Well, the thing is that like. Newcastle, you don't find that often. I'll give them that.
United fans?
I don't think I've found many. The North East seem to be the only unaffected area. Liverpool and the North East. Have you met Geordie United fans?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
well, there we go.
I've served them many times.
Happy to be proven wrong then. What was my point? Anyway, right, so we'll take like a Cockney United fan. He's from London. He's got Arsenal. He's got Chelsea. He's got West Ham. He's got all these clubs. He's not like he's... a kid from India who don't have an established top flight football. And I can get why they'd support Man United, for example. They will say then, okay, we started supporting United in the 90s and the 2000s when they were absolutely killing it. And now they're quite shit. I'm still a United fan. That shows, I'm not a true fan. It's like, not really. Are you giving them too much credit for that? Oh, wow, you didn't change teams as soon as it went wrong. It's like, they'll maybe the problem is because I'm a City fan, is I see them calling new City fans glory hunters because they're United fans and they're shit now. No, you were just the glory hunter first. No, you just got there first. Like,
no, you've got a fair point with that as well.
And fine. Do you know what? Who am I to tell you who to fucking support? Do what you want. If it makes you happy, if you like that team, just go for it.
I mean, there's nothing more cringe than someone who changes team.
Exactly.
That's like the word. You should be beaten in public and stuff like that. Like,
is this more common in American sports or North American sports?
Changing teams?
I found... So I've been watching a few like YouTube videos and it'll be titled something like, how to choose your NHL team for new fans. And it'll be like... This bloke who, I think he was called the Hockey Guy, something like that. And he was quite an old guy. I think he's probably in his 50s. He says, and
he's the guy who's got the board.
He's got the board,
Yeah, I watched some of his stuff.
So like, he knows his stuff. It's a good YouTube channel. Definitely check it out. But he says stuff like obviously, so he gives the reasons why he supports his teams. It's like, well, I live like an hour from Vancouver, so that's why I like them. And then during the 70s, Boston had a really good team, so that's why I like them. And then finally, wait, you support 3 teams? What do you mean? But that isn't just him. the comments and I see so much on TikTok and like people who have 2 or 3 teams, or they'll support a certain player. And then when that player leaves, they'll support that next team he'll go to. It seems to just be a completely different culture.
Is it more that the culture is less toxic in a sense of you can appreciate other teams and what they've done?
Probably.
Because there's obviously I'm out of the loop. I live in Manchester, but like there are other teams that I do enjoy watching.
Yeah.
And which naturally I'm going to gravitate more towards.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the NHL?
Yeah, the NHL.
But you wouldn't then, and even if you want to go out and buy a fucking, say you really like, you just think the Avs are really good this year and you want to go out and buy an Avs jersey, I think that's fine. I think that's what, I probably wouldn't do it in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean?
So that's
because that's more close to home to
that's
me.
What I'm saying.
But I feel like in the US, there's just kind of, they're not as rabid about it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like there are rabid people in the fan base who like, because the season ticket prices over there, like say Rangers, for example, they'll be fucking extortionate, the prices of that.
Definitely,
but I can't imagine if you're walking around Times Square in a fucking Dallas jersey, I can't imagine you're going to get many funny looks.
Not even Times Square. If you're walking around Madison Square Garden or...
Yeah.
Did they play it?
Yeah,
they play
MSG.
They all just sit together.
Yeah.
And I love that. I think that's a great thing. This just reminds me of what do you remember, the NBA are starting like a European league. The commissioner there or someone from the NBA, I remember he was speaking to the press and he was the former commissioner because he was a bit dubious about whether it would be successful or not. And he made the point that in the US, they enjoy sport more for the entertainment. Like they will. You could be a Blackhawks fan, but you'll watch the Avs versus thing, and like you'll kind of consume the whole product as a whole. Whereas in Europe, we are so tribalistic. Is someone who's a basketball fan from Barcelona or whatever gonna watch? I think his words was literally like, "Is a fan from whoever gonna sit there and watch Manchester versus Paris on a Tuesday night?" I don't know. Are they?
Do you mean like if it was like a
neutral? So he's just a neutral. He's not from Manchester or Paris. So like, his point was obviously the goal is to attract new basketball fans. So this doesn't apply to like if you're a lifelong basketball fan. Of course you would. But if you're the whole point of expanding this league into Europe, is they want to get new fans, a new fan base. Are they gonna be consuming anyone other than their local team? I don't know if they would.
I don't know. I don't really. But is it because of how we feel about basketball? I know we've been in we've been in and out of it a little bit.
Yeah. I think his point couldn't be applied to any sport though. Any new sport that you're getting into, you're in the early stages of. You're not a lifelong diehard. I'm probably butchering exactly what he said. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but his point was Europeans just kind of have this more of a tribal connection with their team rather than the sport.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get
like, so whereas in America, it works because they've not got that. So that's why I've just answered my own question.
So who are you making a greater case for in terms of like?
I don't know. I don't know where I stand in it. I like aspects of both. I like because I get caught up in the fucking, not so much now, but back in the day, like you get caught up in this stupid tribality, like we're city, we like, and then you think about when you grow up a bit, it's a bit stupid, isn't it? It's just a fucking.
I'd be very biased about it because obviously I'm just not really. I just don't dig it that much.
Yeah, because you're quite football,
so anything I say, it'd be a very like dismissive, kind of point of view, which it's. Different strokes for different folks, isn't it?
I agree with you for the most part, though. It is too toxic. It just brings out this fucking horrible side of people.
Yeah. I mean, because the thing is, I could be fucking way wrong on this, but I can't think of an example where a team in the NHL are, making fun of another club's disaster or anything like that. So, like the Munich disaster, things like that.
I thought you meant like a loss because I was going to say we had that O2 arena thing. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't.
Things like that. I feel like I don't want to say like the more classy because I'm not sure I believe that either. But I just feel like there's a bit of a different
it's just not in their culture to do that.
Yeah.
It's not like they want to do it, but they kind of, are a bit classy. We don't do that. We rise above it. I just don't think the thought would enter their head.
For football, I see it as like, if it's a weekend kickoff, it's lads who've been on tinnies, like on the train down wherever, and that's their day out, and they're going to act as much of a dick as they fucking can.
Especially if you've ever been in away ends, it is literally like 18, 19-year-olds. They've been on the fucking beak all day. They're canned up, and it's just, I'm just going to be like that. That's how they blow off steam.
I think that's kind of like why I didn't dig it so much.
They couldn't really give a shit about the match.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've been with you a couple of times. I went with Ollie a few times, and it was just like both of your tickets are near the away end, aren't they? At City.
We were literally just a few rows.
Yeah, so it's like Ollie's like, oh yeah, it's funny, and you're just looking at these fans, just like, I think it was with Ollie. I went to go and see Chelsea. And obviously, all the chance of like Chelsea rent boys and shit that. Some other fucking mad stuff.
Oh yeah, you hear all sorts, like I don't know, especially when it's like Liverpool or United and stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't know what I want. Maybe there's no pleasing me. Maybe that's too soft and that's too much. Maybe there's a nice grey area in between. I don't know what that looks like.
You know what? Well, all right, take Manchester Storm when you go to watch them.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good atmosphere. Yeah, that's an atmosphere I'd feel comfortable taking my kids to.
Exactly, yeah. Definitely. Whereas I wouldn't... I've never been in the family stand at City. Maybe it'd be a bit better over there. But obviously, I would never take my daughter to where I sit.
Yeah.
She's 11 months old anyway. So
she can handle herself.
Yeah. But like, I know what you're trying to say. I've gone completely off point anyway. But maybe I just need to stop looking at it through football eyes. I've been watching it nearly 5 months.
I don't know, mate, you're doing great until I find out the team that you actually are 95% clued up on. Like, then I can't.
How's this gonna go now?
I can't really decide. I really want to fucking know. But save it till next week. Maybe you can tell me after this ends. But right, let's get to the game, man, because I think we're half an hour in now.
God knows, 26 minutes in, we just barely brushed over the game. But first goal, I know we're not going to go by play, but that Brent Burns.
Yeah.
Before I started watching hockey, if you told me to draw a hockey player, that is who I'd draw. Big beard, missing teeth. He's just the most prime hockey player. He's like over 40, isn't he? And again, he's one of them who's in like the top 10, plus minus. Yeah. He just, what an incredible fucking team. But what did you think of the broadcast team?
I loved it.
I didn't realise until it was like between the second and third period when he started, oh yeah, this is next generation that. And I just thought, when I started, I was like, why is there a kid on the fucking commentary?
Oh yeah.
I was like, has he just, could one of the commentators not find a babysitter or something? He's just had to bring him in.
Did it ever get explained why the fuck he was on it?
It was next generation night. So they invite like the kids down.
Like broadcasting.
So there was, he had to go on the commentary. There was another young girl who was on, the rink side interviewer.
Yeah.
There was kids doing all sorts of jobs, like just coming in and experiencing the game and that. So it's like a nice thing, but I didn't realise until about the third period.
Did you not?
When they mentioned it. So
I know it was pretty early. I was like, that voice is a bit
I just thought, this is just the most backward fucking, commentary. Because, when they first, before the game started, they were showing him, there was just some guy, stood at the side of the rink. He had a checkered shirt on and an orange tie, and his hair slicked greased back. And I was just like, who are these people? Why is there a child there?
It's quite a liberal city, though, isn't it?
Colorado. I don't know. Denver. I don't know. It's up in the mountains. I think South Park. I don't think it's very liberal.
That's right, man.
Really?
Yeah. Take a look. I think it's blue state.
No.
I promise
no
you.
way.
Take a look.
Right.
Prove me fucking wrong. And then I need to get on to something.
He's listening because it literally just... yeah, you were right. You're completely right. 2024, Kamala Harris won Colorado by 11% margin. Well, what the fuck do I know? Probably Denver would make up the majority of that, and all these little mountain towns.
While we're here as well, do you remember me telling you that Alaska had the highest crime rate?
Yeah.
Would you like to search that?
Okay. Does Alaska have the highest crime rate? Yes, Alaska consistently ranks as having one of the highest violent crime rates in the US, often leading the nation in per capita incidents, like aggravated assault, rape, domestic violence. Oh, there you go.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
I'm just more than a hockey
historian. Yeah, you know your politics somehow. Yeah. Well, let's not move the Winter Classic there then, like I suggested.
But I was going to say, like, with the commentary team, like, it showed, like, I tell you what, you listen to this commentary team versus the struggling Canucks commentary team, and you can tell it's palpable, the energy, because they're watching a team that fucking wins, and like they're so hyped up when there's a goal,
they did seem
things
really
like that.
Really like.
Whereas the Canucks, if we score, it's like scores, and you can fucking tell they're thinking like, fuck, that puck's gonna come back our way in a minute.
Back up top, back to centre. And he's lost the puck again.
You see the story I shared, Kiefer Sherwood, where he tripped over and he passed the puck to the Detroit player and he just slotted it in.
No,
it said Canucks season in a nutshell.
Yeah. No, I didn't say it.
I'll show you in a bit. But
any more on the Avs?
Not really. It was kind of like, because the shot count was fairly close.
It wasn't too bad. Yeah.
Columbus were in it.
Yeah.
To a degree.
The shot count's quite misleading, I think, now.
Yeah.
Like, because if you look at the shots, it's literally just fucking hammering it into like, they've got 4 defensemen in front of them. Mm-hmm. It's not getting anywhere, but it goes down as a shot.
Yeah.
It wasn't this. Was it this? Because I watched the Rangers and the Bruins game before it. This might have been in this. This is another kind of rule thing, is they do not have own goals, do they? No. They will not accept they've scored an own goal. Like, I can't remember.
Do you mean like where it'd say OG next to the...
own goal. Like, but I can't remember.
They just give the credit to the last.
I think it was obviously one of Boston's goals. He's hammered it. Goalie saved it. It's come off his pad into the back of one of his, and it's rolled back in. You can't say that player who took that first shot. No, maybe it was this game. Was it not? Burns' second goal. Did Burns score 2 goals?
Burns scored 2 goals.
I think it was that one.
Right.
I think it was that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. But that was how it happened anyway. Whatever game it was. Why is that? Like, just say it was an own goal. I suppose it just. There's too many stats already.
Maybe I couldn't really answer that. I don't know. I kind of like it the way that it is a little bit, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I suppose. Yeah,
Maybe that would have been.
I'm sure the players like. I suppose the argument is, he has put that fucking puck in so fast that he's given them a problem. They couldn't keep it out.
You know what?
Of the speed and
so in that instance, then I would absolutely say that should go to the guy who hit the puck. But in terms of own goals, I don't know whether you saw Luke Hughes. He put 2 in the back of his own net in a game.
For
New Jersey. No, I think it was about like 3 or 4 nights ago or something like that. He put 2 in.
Yeah.
But ones like that, because they were just fucking really silly to have put in, then I think maybe, there could be a tally for own goals.
Yeah, I suppose it's
something like that.
I suppose it's one of them where, why we don't need to do it now. Well, who does it benefit?
Yeah.
Like, it's just
it's happened.
Yeah. Like, just get on with it. We don't need to start messing around with it now. But another weird thing, this definitely was in the Boston and New York game. Did you watch this by any chance?
No.
So this was the 10-2 game. So it was just at the end of the first period. I can't remember who it was. It was a Boston player. Shot. Goalie just cleared it off the line with his stick. Only about 30 seconds left in the period. Comes back out. Everyone's still going. Period ends. Done. So it goes to review. And it had crossed the line. It had crossed the line the whole way, so Boston got the goal. But then it was a 5-on-3 at this point as well. So they had to get everyone back out. They'd already left for the end of the period, back out and restart the game again as a 5-on-4.
Right.
Because obviously one of the power plays has ended as a result of that goal, and play the last 30 seconds again. Well, like, how do you get your head around that? Because what would have happened there if, for example, obviously he didn't give the goal at the time. New York had gone down the other end and scored. And then do they check? And it'd say it was a perfectly good goal. New York's goal was perfectly fine. Once that period's ended and they go to review that first goal, do they take New York's goals off? Do they? How does that?
Well, I have seen a goal come off before whilst play has been going. Yeah, because it's just been reviewed that much.
They must be like subsections and subsections of rules where they'll be like, in this instance, if this happens, right, and you'll have some little.
You'd think if they've already gone down the if they've already gone down to the changing rooms, you'd think that they would just let the teams know and just say that, hey, it did cross, so we're giving them the goal. So by the start of next period, it's going to be a 5-on-4.
That's what I thought it was going to be. That would have made more sense. Or like it's just carrying on from the next period because you've run a bit of that. Well, no, you haven't run any time down because you shouldn't be penalised because you've not scored at that point. But yeah, I thought it was really weird. It's really, I've never seen that. Like, right, come on, back out again.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not the way I'd have done it. It almost seems a bit too, like something from a film, doesn't it? Like, really cheesy to wrap up the...
even a lot of the commentary team were like confused. So like, I've never seen this. I hardly ever see this.
That's one of the things with hockey is like, there's something new for every fucking...
Just when you think you've seen
obviously there'll be something
those
different.
Guys have been... I've probably ex-pros one of them, and like they've been doing it for years, and even they were like
the broadcasting team.
Rare,
they've probably been covering the sport for 40+ years, and then there's something that'll happen that they won't have known about, and it's like, I didn't know that was tucked away in the rule book.
It's crazy game. You left me on tenterhooks this week. You rang me, didn't you, midweek? Told me about a bit of an awkward encounter with another hockey fan in the wild, but you said you had another story that you can tell on
Yeah, I did.
So I've been waiting for this all week. I said, go on, and you went, no, I'm saving it for the pod. I'll save it for the pod.
Yeah, I'll try and give it the delivery it deserves. So I can't really tell anyone where I work, but Vancouver had played Toronto the night before, and
was this at work as well? There,
yeah,
right, okay, yeah.
So Toronto.
So, by the way, when I say hockey fans in the wild, this means when you see someone else out there who's got like a bit of hockey merchandise on, and obviously in the UK that's quite rare. So carry on.
There you go.
I was just giving the context.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah. So Toronto had beaten Vancouver the night before. Don't think it was by any crazy scoreline, anything like that. And I'm in work the next day, and I think I must have been nipping out for my lunch or something like that. And there's some dude walking up wearing a Toronto jersey. And I'm a little bit like, I'll kind of talk to anyone, even people that don't want to talk. I'll still try and talk to them. But if you're wearing a hocky jersey, and I just kind of like gave him a bit of a smile, like let him know what's up.
This was a jersey?
Jersey.
Like,
Toronto Maple Leafs jersey. And I kind of give it, we make eye contact, and I kind of give him a bit of shake of the head, and he's like, oh, what's up? And I'm like, fucking Toronto beat Vancouver last night. He was like, oh, did they? And then...
Great start.
And then, I can forgive stuff like that.
Because obviously he's not going to watch every game. It's on in the middle of the night.
It's fine. I can forgive stuff like that, but that's not even like how weird it fucking got. So then I'm like, oh, I'm a Vancouver fan, and we're talking, and he's like, oh yeah, I used to play hockey professionally. I was like, oh fucking hell, did you? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And
he had trials at the trials at the Red Wings.
So anyway, we're talking. I don't think I'd asked him where he played, and he had a bit of an accent, and I went, oh, where are you from? He went, Guildford. I went, oh right, yeah, Guildford Flames. He went, what? I was like, the team, Guildford Flames. He went, oh, have they got a team? I know, and there was that moment where both of us knew just how full of shit he was.
Yeah.
It was the reckoning.
yeah.
And anyway, pretty much after that, we both just nodded to each other, and I just walked off. I saw him about another 2 times, never seen the cunt since. So he must have just had to have fucking left job because he chatted shit.
Yeah, it's proper Jay from the In-Between and stuff.
It was fucking
he had trials with the Leafs. They had to let me go then, didn't I?
Ended up
shagging the GM's daughter. She was a squirter.
Oh, mate, it was fucking weird. But as we're talking, and I'm kind of doing the maths in my head. I'm like, this guy's 5'3",
right?
So I don't know what fucking Pee Wee League he's playing in, but he's my age.
Yeah.
But it was fucking mad. It's I don't know, if you're gonna lie about shit, at least have your fucking facts right.
Or just say, I'm I like hockey. I'm just
that's what, and that's okay.
That's fine.
That's absolutely
that's
fine.
The position I'm in at the moment.
You don't have to fucking like make up this grand, like elaborate fucking thing. It's like to tell someone you play professionally, you're from Guildford, and you don't even know they have a fucking team.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something. I had this in my head from the first one you told me on. So we went to Stockport on Sunday. And it was about midday, so it's like, I just need a bit of food or whatever, so we'll go in Wetherspoons. Go in, and there's a guy sat down with a Boston Bruins, like a varsity jacket thing. So I'm thinking, this was the day after the 10-2. So I'm thinking, I want to go over and just say, good win last night and that. But then I had your story in my head, and I was like, what if he starts one? It could go one or two ways. One, he doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and he just bought the jacket because he likes it. Two, he really knows what he's talking about, and then I come undone like, I don't really know whether you're.
I think you'd get the points for trying though. I think
I'd have done it. He was sat at a table with like his family. Oh, okay. So he was like two older people. I'm guessing it might have been his parents. He was only like. He was probably like our age, like mid-30s, something like that. And I was with my wife and my daughter as well. So I was like, shut up. It's a bit weird to go to a table to do it. If I'd been just stood at the bar next to him,
I get it.
I'd have done it. But then I felt like, well, this brings us on to what we wanted to ask the viewers, wasn't it? Have you had any like encounters, hockey fans in the wild encounters, good or bad? I want some good ones as well. Maybe you notice someone with a jersey on and then you've become best friends for life.
I'll just tell you, I've never had one good hockey interaction with anyone fucking random. I don't know what it is. I think it's me in general. If I start a conversation with someone,
they're not the most social.
No, they're not. And they kind of, I don't know. They kind of get the back up a little bit. I feel when they see me rock over to them.
Do you think that's what? I
don't know what it is.
Maybe they feel like, because it's a niche thing, it's like mine. It's mine.
Yeah.
I am on the fringes of society. I like hockey. Look at you.
Yeah.
With your fucking biceps coming over here. No, go and play football.
No, but all my interactions have been bad. I'll have to go to the memory bank and try and think of some. I might even tell the story that I told you next week. Yeah. But did I tell you, even my postman, he delivered some stuff to me on Saturday or Friday or something. I was wearing a Penguins jumper.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, is that a hockey team?" I went, "Yeah, mate." Yeah. And he's just like, "Oh, I always get down to the Manchester Storm." And then anyway, we're talking, and it was actually a pretty good fucking chat. He didn't have a fucking interest in anything I was saying. Yeah, he just wanted to get his own shit in there. Yeah, but of course. Yeah. I respected it still.
No, it's all right. Yeah.
But yeah, he was like, but he was quite knowledgeable though, because he goes, the amount of times I've been to Sheffield and we've always fucking lost, and then they've done the double over them.
Yeah.
And he literally knew the scores, everything, and so I kind of. You know what? Maybe that's my one.
That is a positive one.
Maybe that's my one positive.
Yeah, yeah. You're just upset because you didn't get to talk the conversation.
I just didn't get to fucking. Hang on. Can we talk about me for 1 second? But So that was a pretty good one. I saved the video on my Ring doorbell. I'll send it you.
Should we put that footage in?
Just blur his face out.
Some kind of GDPR, Royal Mail.
But before we move on, because I have a feeling we're probably going to move on at this point.
Yeah, we're around 42 minutes already, so we better.
All right, I just want to say. So in the Atlantic, Tampa Bay are second.
Atlantic, I'll tell you now.
They've got 3 games in hand.
No. Detroit are.
Yeah, so I said the second.
Oh, the second. Sorry,
I said that the second. But they've got 3 games in hand.
Yes, they have.
Yeah,
correct,
and are they on the same points tally, or is it?
As they're a point behind.
They're a point behind.
Yeah.
You would probably say 9-game win streak. Yeah, they're probably going to
win one.
They're probably going to surge.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say Tampa Bay are right at the top. Okay, let's go to the Met.
Right.
I said Carolina. Okay.
Yeah.
Right top.
Oh, these are your predictions?
These are my predictions. Okay. So I predicted them two to be in the Eastern Conference Final.
I know where this is.
I also said the Pacific, Vegas Golden Knights.
You did. You're doing 3 out of 3 so far. Now the Central. Just remind me who you said again to go through.
So I was umming and ahhing about whether to go with the Avs or the Jets, right. and I decided to go for the Jets. We were like
the Jets with a -8 goal difference and a 39 points.
But I'm just thinking, imagine if I'd have fucking gone with the Avs.
Yeah.
I could be sat here right now and people could actually be watching and thinking like, this guy maybe might actually know a little bit.
Yeah.
But now it's like, it undoes all of the good work. It does, like, for the other divisions.
If you'd have gone for like the Stars or the Wild, so like they're not leading the pack, but they're doing all right. Even a mid kind of who are in the middle there, like Utah, 48 points, 4th. You can't really say it. They're so bad. There's
just no way you could spin it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty. Yeah.
So I'm looking at the goal differences here then. But Vancouver's isn't the worst. No. It is the St. Louis Blues minus 47.
That doesn't surprise me. Bad. The Blues are fucking.
Yeah.
Not very good.
There was something I wanted to. I literally just came in my mind and I've just fucking forgot it already. And it was something to do with like the stats
predictions
and that.
Or anything.
No, it was something to do with. No, it wasn't. It was nothing to do with that. It was kind of stats related. So the power plays. The Avs. I don't know if you saw this. 24th. Their power plays ranked 24th in the league. How can a team so good have such a poor power play? Like it doesn't compute. Like it's
you would probably say top 5 at least.
Yeah, at least. Like you think a team, obviously it's something to do with how they play that doesn't seem to work against less men, which is weird because you think maybe obviously the other team will be more compact, but surely the quality they've got. I just thought that really odd. Do you have a take on it?
That is definitely no. Confusion. Yeah, that would be my take. I have no idea. Maybe something will come to light because I feel like we're going to be watching a lot more Avs games coming up.
Yeah. Well, especially as we're hurtling towards the.
We're past the halfway point now, right?
Well, yeah, we are. Like most teams are on 45, 44, 46. Some of the team, yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. So what's 82, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, we've
got a couple of teams to get through.
Who have we got left now? So you're going to put a poll out this week, aren't you?
Yeah. So we've not quite going out
decided the games yet.
Yeah.
We'll put a poll out. Yeah. Let you decide what we cover next week. I think we've not done. Have we done Buffalo? We've not done Buffalo yet.
Not done Buffalo.
Not done Detroit yet.
Not done Nashville. Not done Detroit. Not done Calgary.
Yeah.
Any other Canadian teams?
I think
done Ottawa, done Toronto.
We've done Edmonton. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much. We've done Seattle, done San Jose.
Surely it can't just be those 4 teams that we've not.
It could be, I think it might be. Like, yeah, we've done Chicago, we've done Montreal, twice.
Have we done all of the California teams? We've done San Jose, we've done the Ducks. Have we done the Kings? Yeah, we've done the Kings.
We've done the Kings. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to look at. We've done the Hurricanes. We haven't done the Devils.
Yeah, but we'll be doing that with Max against the Canucks.
Yes, of course. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. So we've not got a lot left by at all. So exciting times.
How excited are you about covering those teams?
I'm excited about some of them.
I tell you, one of these teams isn't your 95%.
No. Like Calgary. Like, no offense to Calgary. Like, just. I'm not excited to watch one of their games.
But they're our main rivals, so that's kind of good.
So maybe if it was like against the Canucks, maybe, but we're going to get to the point where we're doing too many Canucks games, and nobody, including yourself, wants that, especially you.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Then should we wrap it up here?
We'll wrap it up. Just one more thing to that I did briefly want to touch on.
Oh, go on.
See the Ducks losing streak.
No.
Yeah, they're on a 9-game losing streak.
Where's that slipped under the radar? I think everyone's obviously got so focused about like Buffalo's winning streak and the Jets losing streak. That seems to have like
overshadowed.
everything. I didn't even know they were doing.
The Ducks got to a point where like no one thought that they would be.
Yeah,
I was predicting
they were definitely overachieving.
Yeah, overachieving, and now they're kind of showing the real.
Yeah, it's such a weird fucking league. Such a weird league coming from like a new fan's point of view. Like San Jose, where were they at the start? Do you remember that they were shit, and they have been they're in a playoff spot at the moment, 3rd. Like how? Because it's not like you can make massive. I know you can make trades, obviously, mid-season, but I can't imagine anything would make an impact where you literally go from the whipping boys to a playoff spot. But there you go. Mentality in it, I suppose. It's
definitely.
And, another thing, this is what I wanted to do. So, obviously, This week we had the 10-2 Boston game. We had New Jersey lost 9-0. Didn't they? Like,
Islanders.
Last week or the week before? Yeah. They're on a bit of a shit streak.
I fucking buzzed off sending that to Rick in the morning.
Yeah.
I woke up and I was like, mint.
Are we seeing more big scores like this season than ever? I don't know if I've brought this up already.
I don't think so. No, because you said it was a bit of like they're hard to come by.
Yeah,
like score lines like that, and I was like, no, they happen. They happen multiple times over the 82 games.
Do you think this is just pretty much standard? My only theory with that is, well, it's not even my theory. I completely stole off I can't remember who it was. It was during one of the games we watched. He said, because they have the schedule's more condensed, obviously we've got the few weeks off for the Olympics. Our team's just at a point where they're just knackered. So like they're almost having a game off to recover.
So I think you did bring that up at one point. But one question that I would probably use, to me, it seems like the better question is this usually a point throughout every season where those goals start coming in? If teams are kind of like, feeling the fatigue, and the teams are obviously, aren't going to do anything.
And the counter to that would be, well, the team who are scoring 9 or 10 against you, they've still got a condensed schedule as well. So surely it just balances out, but I don't know, maybe. Anyway, we'll wrap it up there. Send in your awkward or good hockey fans in the wild stories in, and we'll read them out next week. I've been Andy the Rookie. This has been Stephen, the pro-ish. Thank you for joining us. See you again next week.